You don't like your boyfriend seeing me braless in the dorm? Then he won't. I live in a college dorm on an all-female floor, and like most people, I have a basic comfort system. I'll wear a bra if I'm leaving the building or going anywhere beyond my floor. But I'm not about to strap myself into uncomfortable underwire just to walk 10 yards to the bathroom or refill my water bottle. It's not a scandal. It's a tank top and a quick walk down the hall. Nothing flashy. A few nights ago, I stepped out of my room to fill my water bottle. I was wearing a fitted white tank and pajama pants. No bra, because I was already in for the night. The tank wasn't sheer or anything, though, yes, if someone was trying to look, they could make out the outline of my nipples. Whatever. I walked 10 seconds down the hall to the water fountain, filled my bottle, and went back. That was that. Or so I thought. Half an hour later, there was a knock on my door. One of the girls I'd passed in the hallway earlier was standing there. She was polite on the surface, but awkward, saying something like, "Hey, sorry, could you wear a bra when you go into the hallway?" My boyfriend was out there and he kept staring, so I'm not confrontational, so I apologized, told her I hadn't realized, and said sure, I'd cover up. That night, whenever I left my room, I threw on a sweater or hoodie. I figured that was the end of it, except it wasn't. The next day, my roommate told me she'd overheard the same girl in the bathroom talking to her friends. Apparently, she was rehashing the whole water fountain moment like I had been deliberately putting on a show. She said I had sauntered down the hall, posed at the water fountain to push my chest out, and was wearing basically nothing. Then she and her friends laughed while she dramatically acted it out, right there in front of the bathroom mirror. The performance included exaggerated chest thrusts and slow-motion fountain sipping, apparently. That night, I passed the same group in the hall again, still braless because I was in pajamas and on my way to brush my teeth. She gave me that smug smirk and made a point of looking down at my chest, and suddenly the whole group burst out laughing. I didn't say anything, but I was boiling. I knew what this was now. It wasn't about her being uncomfortable. It was performative jealousy dressed up as morality, and they were trying to make me out to be the villain. But the last straw wasn't even the giggling. It was the next morning when our entire floor got an email from the RA. She said she'd received anonymous complaints about inappropriate attire in the hallway and reminded everyone to keep things modest and appropriate. The tone was general, but I knew exactly who that was aimed at. So I decided if they wanted to play petty, I could match it. See, I remembered something from our orientation weeks ago. That girl's boyfriend, he doesn't even go to school here. We'd been in the same orientation group, and I remembered her talking about how he was visiting her from another school during his gap semester. And I also knew that due to our campus's pandemic policy, off-campus guests weren't allowed in the dorms unless they were family members or registered in advance. So I went to the same anonymous complaint form she had clearly used. I reported that there had been an off-campus male guest seen regularly in the dorm halls. I added that he hadn't been wearing a mask, which was also technically against building policy, even if it wasn't strictly enforced. I didn't name her, I didn't have to. The very next day, another RA email went out. This time it was specific. Due to recent anonymous reports, they'd be enforcing the no guest policy for off-campus visitors. From now on, anyone seen entering or hanging around the halls would be required to show a student ID. No ID, you're out. It was worded carefully, but the message was clear. If your boyfriend doesn't go